Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
So one of the things that's interesting to me is hearing a protester on the street, because what they say echoes something we see on social media. The perception that the way ICE is operating feels unusual, feels sort of scary to them. I don't know what your feed is like, so I'd love to get your point of view.
Well, first of all, it's a tragic situation what's happening in general in Minnesota. And the genesis, of my opinion, is the fact that you have a criminal element that was let out of jail back into the community. It's incredibly frustrating.
Meaning who?
Meaning that persons who are here illegally also broke the law, in many cases, not just violent crimes, sometimes sexual battery against children, etc. These ICE agents are there to remove them from the community because the leadership there won't. These are called sanctuary cities.
But where the protests, in fact, it seem to be spreading because of the shooting of Renee Good.
Well, again, let's just, again, I says, what's the genesis of the issue? We have sanctuary cities right now that allow these criminals to run in the streets. And the goal should be to extract them. This is the same thing done under Republican and Democrat prior administrations, but you have these issues where you have a mayor who is so politically, let's just say, involved, that he thinks it's a good idea to put these folks in the middle of all this. We're just talking with your panelists. My father's a former FBI agent. I always respected law enforcement in general, but the other part of this is if there's a situation where a law enforcement officer is in the process of arresting a violent criminal, the last thing you want to be is in the middle of that action. And so,
would your father have used a chokehold on people or shot at a window at 90 degrees?
Well, I think, well, first of all, let's focus on why they're there. They're there because the law enforcement in that community will not keep a person in jail who's committed a violent act or a sexual act against a child. Look at the arrest records of Lincoln.
That's not who ICE is actually arresting these days.
This is Garrett Graff, sorry.
Okay. You know, I think one of the things that is important is ICE is a 20-year-old agency at this point. It was able to do this work under Republican and Democratic administrations, even the first Trump administration, while maintaining the moral legitimacy with the public. There is something that has changed in this last year in the way that ICE is sort of randomly grabbing people off the street. CBP
well, let's let him answer that. Do you see a
street.
difference, given, as he said, the experience the agency does have doing this work without this chaos?
Well, I think what we're seeing a lot of is that you're seeing a lot of paid protesters who are creating a lot of this chaos. Again, with the tragic situation, I think it is tragic what happened to that young lady who was killed recently in Minneapolis. But she put herself right in the middle of the action. I think that is the general thing. The other thing that I also think about, these ICE agents who are, quote, doing their job, they have husbands and wives who are worried about them when they go to work, and they're